There was once something you could not stop thinking about. A game, a hobby, a person, a dream. Then one day you returned to it and felt almost nothing. The thing had not changed. So what happened to you? It is one of the strangest quiet losses in life. Not losing the thing itself, but losing your feeling for it. You pick it up again, expecting some old door inside you to open, and instead, there is only a flatness that feels almost personal. And because the object is still there, because the song still plays, the book still sits in your hands, the world still exists, exactly as it did before, it is easy to conclude that something must be wrong with you. But losing that feeling does not always mean the passion was fake. And it does not always mean you became lazy, shallow, or incapable of caring. Sometimes it means the conditions that once made that passion feel alive have changed. Part of what you call love for an activity is not just the activity. It is the experience your mind was having around it. Research on motivation and reward suggests that the brain responds strongly not only to pleasure itself, but to anticipation, novelty, uncertainty, and the feeling of movement toward something. In the beginning, a new obsession has all of that. There is discovery, progress, surprise. The feeling that each hour spent with it might reveal something new about the world or about you. Over time, that response can soften. What once felt electrically alive becomes more familiar, more predictable. This is a normal part of how minds adapt. If every repeated pleasure stayed equally intense forever, your attention would never move. You would not notice change. You would not update your priorities. In a strange way, the fading of intensity is one of the ways a brain makes room for life. But adaptation is only the first layer, because sometimes the passion fades even when the thing is still rich, still deep, still objectively good. And that is where the more unsettling possibility begins. What you loved may never have been just the object. A hobby can be an escape from loneliness. A game can be a place where effort turns into visible progress. A dream can be a container for hope. A book can belong to a period when your inner world felt larger than your daily life. What looked like simple enjoyment may also have been identity, comfort, momentum, belonging, or a future version of yourself that you were moving toward. Sometimes what you miss is not the thing itself, but the person you were when it still felt alive. That is why returning to an old passion can feel almost eerie. You are not just revisiting an activity. You are trying to re-enter a state of mind, a chapter of life, a structure of need that may no longer exist in the same form. The game may remind you of a time when you needed immersion. The guitar may belong to a version of you who still believed mastery would change everything. The dream may have been beautiful, partly because it kept a certain future open. And if your life has changed, if your needs have changed, if your sense of self has shifted, then the emotional machinery that once lit up around that thing may not respond in the same way. Now, this can feel like betrayal, but it may be closer to translation. Your mind is not always erasing meaning. Sometimes it is moving it. What once gave you freedom may now give you pressure. What once felt like play may now carry expectation. What once symbolized possibility may now remind you of distance, time, or a self you no longer fully recognize. That does not mean the old love was false. It means it belonged to a real relationship between a certain thing and a certain version of you. And when one side of that relationship changes, the feeling changes too. So the next time you return to something you once loved and feel that painful absence, the mystery may not be why the thing stopped mattering. The deeper mystery is what that thing used to hold for you, and whether what disappeared was pleasure, novelty, identity, or a whole way of being alive. Because sometimes the hardest part is not losing the object. It is standing in front of something you once could not stop thinking about and realizing the part you are really searching for is the self who once could not stop thinking about it.